Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Jesus Meets JD. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about service over relationship and what that means in practice. Okay, so I'm Nigerian and I've had like a very Nigerian church background. And something that was always pushed on me was the importance of serving in church. So being an usher, being in the choir, teaching the children, maybe like being a greeter for people, like cleaning the church, X, Y, and Z. And something that was less emphasized was my personal relationship with God. Like, did I know God? Was I praying like in my meantime, like when I wasn't at church? Was I like really developing a one-on-one relationship with him, as opposed to just doing all these things on Sunday or doing Bible study that people could see me doing? And this like always confused me because they were really pushing like service as the way to do things or even like find favor with God, as opposed to teaching me that I needed a relationship with God. Because before you can serve or do anything for anyone for free, you have to know that person, you have to love that person, and your service should be like an outpouring of love for that person. So like your service to God or what you do in the church or for others in God's name should be like an outpouring of the love that you have for God. And if you don't know him, if you don't love him, you can't do that. And you can't necessarily what they would do is that like they would like people would come into the church, and then as soon as like they'd been there for 5 seconds, like, well, you need to be an usher and you need to be on choir and you need to be teaching people. But if people themselves like don't really know God, if they aren't really seeking God for themselves, like you're setting them up in positions to fail. So yeah, I just think like people and like Christians should be emphasizing your personal relationship with God over like title or the job you may have, because that stuff comes later. Like you have to know God first, you have to love God first, you have to like spend some time like getting to know him, getting like letting him work inside of you and transform you before they like let you loose and start asking you to do X, Y, and Z in the name of God. And it's like, well, I don't even know him, I don't even know that man. Jesus even spent 40 days fasting and being tested by the devil and then started his ministry. So how much more us in our humanity, we should spend time learning, being like filled with God, like, and the Holy Spirit before like people set us loose to start doing X, Y, and Z. And I think emphasizing like service or relationship makes people think that like grace is by works, and it's not. When you're emphasizing that you need to have this position, this position, this position in church, and I'm emphasizing relationship, personal relationship with God, you make people think that they have to earn God's love and they have to earn grace. And that's just not true, because grace is freely given despite what we do. So that's just like my take on it. I think it's very important that we are emphasizing a personal relationship with God, and that what you do for God is an outpouring of your relationship with him. Like me having this YouTube channel is an outpouring of my love for God. Like I love God so much that I want everybody to hear about it. I want everyone to love him like I do, because what he's done for me, how he's transforming me as a sinner, and how like he's pulling me closer to him every single day. And I love him for that. I love him that like he sent his son to die for us while we were still sinners. And this YouTube channel is like a physical representation of that. But I couldn't do this if I wasn't like in my Bible every day and I wasn't seeking God's face. So I just think it's really important that we're emphasizing that, because people don't have to come like people need to have a certain level of, I guess, like skin in the game before like you set them loose. But yeah, that was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please tell me any experiences you've had in church and how they may have like maybe shifted how you may see God or how you may see grace in general. I'd love to hear about them, or we can talk about them in the comments. But definitely click the bell for notifications when I post new videos. And I hope you'll have a great week, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.